local sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Altamont Community High School, the home of the Indians, for Night 4 of the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Basketball Tournament here on 97.9 XFM. I'm Greg Sapp, Dustin White alongside tonight, and we have a triple header for you tonight, and a couple of people named Brian are going to be taking care of us back at the studio. Brian Herman will get us started. Brian Dust will take us the rest of the way, and we're glad to have you with us. First game will be a battle between the Cowden-Herrick Beecher City Bobcats and the South Central Cougars. You got the Bobcats and the Cougars. This could get nasty.
A couple of big cats going at it in this first game. And for these teams trying to play to make sure that they get another chance to play is we're on the consolation side of the bracket. They want to play again, but whoever loses this game is going home. So kind of the first fight for our lives going on tonight.
That will be followed by a consolation semifinal bracket game. That'll see Windsor's Two Straws take on St. Elmo Brownstown. And then a championship bracket semifinal game as the St. Anthony Bulldogs do battle with the North Clay Cardinals. So we should have three good ball games for you tonight, and we're glad you've chosen to join us. Matt's feeling fine. He's busy helping coach the ALIS crew because they're in a regional championship game tonight down at Iuka, and all roads lead to Iuka, so we'll see how that goes for ALIS tonight. So that's where Matt is. And Dustin and I will do our best to take care of you for a triple header tonight.
I think it's just a likely story for Matt. He knew this was the night there were three games, and he's like, I can't handle that kind of a workload, so I'm just going to pawn that off. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm glad to be here, glad to be a part of it.
Good to have you along for the ride. We'll tell you more about CHBC and South Central when we're back in just a moment here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has two locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Altamont Community High School. By the way, thanks to Jerry Kachuk, the principal at Altamont, and to Peggy Beecher, the athletic director, and all the coaches and everybody else who does something good here at Altamont, because everything they do is something good, for their hospitality through the course of this week. And rather than wait till Saturday night, it's kind of nice on a Thursday while we have a minute to say thanks to everybody who makes us feel so at home year after year. We're glad to be a part of things tonight. CHBC has had a rough year. There's no denying it. We've talked about the fact that 8 of the teams in the 9-team NTC are having pretty good years. Everybody's over 500. Everybody's in double figures in wins. And then there's CHBC, and they're 3-20. And 3-20 is hard to ignore. But Donovan Riley's excited about his ball club and thinks they're making some gains. And so we'll see what happens tonight. For their part, the South Central Cougars, Blake Doring was kind of disappointed by their performance last night, and not fundamentally necessarily. They just didn't shoot the ball well. They were down 17-2 after the first quarter, and Dustin, it's tough to be looking up that much that early.
It is, and you look at the rest of the game, and there wasn't that kind of a margin in the other three quarters, but it really makes no difference how you play in quarters 2 through 4 if you come out of the gate the way they did. And so for them, on this night and any other night going forward, it's important to try to get yourself the good looks and try to get the shots to fall in that first quarter. Sometimes they're just not going down. There's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, 2 points in a first quarter is never a recipe for success.
Dustin was accurate on his assessment that the loser of this game goes home. No more basketball for them here at the tournament this week. The winner will move on, and they'll be in action as they'll be in the game. Let's see. This is game 5. This isn't game 5. I'm misreading that, aren't I? South Central.
If South Central wins, then they advance, and they would be playing
to the Friday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, first game. Thank you. So they'd be 3 nights in a row that they're going to be playing. But that's what they hope will happen. They play against Neoga tomorrow night. CHBC wins, same deal. But whoever loses this game goes home, so must-win night is here for each of these two ball clubs. And then it'll go to the traditional rotation. The 2 Tuesday night losers will play, and then the 2 Thursday night winners will play. That's how the rest of their Tuesday night winners go. So this game, Tuesday night losers, Tuesday night winners. There. It's easier to say it that way and make myself understood. One more mention before we take a break and then come back with the starting lineups. A reminder that we are doing live video streaming on every game again tonight. We've had great compliments, and Wayne's doing a wonderful job presenting all the video footage and live video streaming. And so you can watch the game as it's happening. Go to our YouTube channel. Go to the front page of the website. It has the instructions about what you need to do to accomplish that. So let's take a break. We'll be back with the starting lineups for game 1 of our triple header here at the NTC. It's South Central and CHBC. Back in a moment on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament. 97.9 XFM.
Ensemble from the Altamont High School Band with our national anthem. And thanks, kids, for a nice job. Well, let's get you the starting lineups for these two teams. First of all, Lake Doring South Central Cougars, the visitors, 11-9 on the season coming into this. They lost on Tuesday night after a tough battle. Came out on the short end again. Tough night shooting the basketball last night as they lost by a count of 52-33 to Altamont. So that's why the Cougars are in this action. Again, 11-9 on the season. CHBC under Donovan Riley is 3-20 on the campaign. Starters for South Central, who are the visitors for this ball game. Logan Lutz is a 5'8 senior. He had 10 last night. Daniel Roberts is a 5'11 senior. He had 4 points. Hunter Braunt is a 6'3 junior. He had 7 points. Also starting is Seth Shoemate. He's a 5'11 senior. He had 3 points last night. And Keenan Wilshire moves into the starting lineup tonight, a 6'2 freshman. He had 3 points. And why is Wilshire starting, and why is Colin Miller not? He forgot his shoes. And you can't play without your shoes. So Wilshire gets the start in place of Miller for the Cougars. Here are the starters for the home team, the Cowden-Herrick Beecher City Hornets. Donovan Riley's crew again 3-20 on the campaign. Dylan Webster will start. He has 14 points in their game the other night, which was won by the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles. They won the first night of the action, 62-44. Dylan Webster is a 6-foot senior. He had 14 the other night. Nick Miller's a 6'5 senior. He had 8 points. Eddie Clearwater is a 6-foot senior with 4 points last night. And Ditton Curl is a 5'8 senior. He had 1 point last night. And Trey Smith is a 6-foot senior. He had 14 points. So those are the starters for the CHBC Hornets. Again, coming up after this one, it'll be Windsor Stew Straws and St. Elmo Brownstown, and then North Clay and St. Anthony. That battle between the Cardinals and the Bulldogs will decide who's going to be in the championship game Saturday night at 7:30. Want to mention that we'll have 2 more games tomorrow night, a total of 4 games on Saturday starting at 11:30. We'll also have a game at 1 and a game at 2:30 on Saturday. And then we're back at 7:30 Saturday night for the tournament championship game. Looks like we're ready for basketball. Triple header for you tonight. You're listening to 97.9 XFM, WXEF in Effingham. Do want to mention, if you want to hear local and area news and sports, you can hear that on KJ Country at 102.3 and KJCountry.com. Ready to rock and roll here now. And Dustin, it's going to be interesting because both these teams know they're playing for their tournament lives here.
For CHBC, it's pretty simple. They've already played South Central twice, and you mentioned to me before the game that they've lost to South Central twice. It's tough to beat a team 3 times and see if they can come out and get anything done here.
Bit of a scrum there for the jump. It's finally controlled by Daniel Roberts for South Central. And run away, and good to have you with us. Getting it on the side now is Hunter Braunt to Lutz out on the wing. Now to Roberts. It's knocked loose from him in the lane, but Braunt regains it for the Cougars. Now it's knocked loose again. Bobcats get the steal. Driving it in, laying it up and in is Dylan Webster. Now Dylan Webster had 14 for them the other night, and he gets the Bobcats in front here, 2-0 right out of the gate.
Yeah, creating a little trouble out there on the perimeter. They couldn't get pass completed and able to get the steal in the transition bucket.
Braunt has it left side, now back out top to Shoemate. Little give and go. Shoemate gets it back. Now Braunt's out top, receives it. Roberts, Shoemate on the right side, was open on a 3, didn't pull the trigger. Braunt moves in for a 2, and it comes off no good. Eddie Clearwater gets the rebound for CHBC. Down to Webster, and on the side to Trey Smith. Here comes CHBC. Clearwater loads up for 3. In and out, no good. Man, that was halfway down. Putback is good, though. Nice quick move by Dylan Webster. And Dylan Webster leads it 4-0. Timeout, South Central. Real quick here. 6:48 to go in the first. We're back in a minute from the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Iron Horse Restaurant are intoxicating. And be sure to check out the sushi bar at Martin's IGA Plus.
I think that Coach Blake Doring didn't want things to get away from them like it did last night, and so he called the quick timeout.
Yeah, not real happy with those first couple possessions for South Central, so he gets the quick 60 and see if they can regroup here and try to get on the board.
Shoemate's open on a 3, and he got it. That time he pulled the trigger when he was open on the wing. Says Shoemate hits the 3, and that makes it a 4-3 ball game.
Yeah, Bront found him with a little skip pass from the wing over to the top of the key, and he knocked it down.
Webster, the catch for the Bobcats, drives into the lane, got the bounce, and he has 6 already. And right now, Webster leads Shoemate 6-3.
Yeah, Dylan looking like he wants to put this team on his shoulders and get them to another game in this tournament.
Driving it inside, shot up by Wilshire's good. So Keenan Wilshire, the big freshman, hits the layup, and it's a 6-5 ball game. That's a good timeout.
Yeah, Keenan making the best use of his chance in the starting lineup. He attacks the basket and gets a bucket.
So 1-point game again. Ball on the side. Trey Smith out top now. They go underneath in the lane. Turnaround jump shot. Good by Nick Miller. Good job. Use the glass. Got it to go, and it's 8-5.
Yeah, Miller found himself open in the lane there, and nobody stepped up to defend it, so he had a little wide open 8-footer there.
Bront with the ball for the Cougars goes baseline now, but into a double team, so out to Lutz, and now to Shoemate. Corner 3. This one rims out no good. Good hustle by Webster, but he saves it inbounds to Bront for South Central. Wilshire shoots for 2, and he got it. So Keenan Wilshire, this may be like Wally Pipp. He may never get out of the lineup. 8-7 game. Catch by Miller for CHBC. Swing it out front, working it down on the point is Webster. He has 6 of their 8. With the ball, Trace Smith. Now back out to Webster. They try to go underneath of Miller. Good hands by Wilshire, knocks it away, and a turnover on the Bobcats. Cougars come away with it, their first turnover, and now a collision as Bront brought it down court for South Central. I think we're going to have a block.
Yeah, Trey Smith was in his way, and I'll tell you, Bront got a little bit of a forearm into that, but Smith is guilty of the blocking foul, and you can see the conversation between Donovan Riley and the official who made the call. Is like, you did see the forearm shiver there, correct?
He's overpleading his case, but South Central gets it inbounded. Lutz on the side to Bront. Inside, nice catch by Roberts. Can't shoot, gets it to Wilshire, puts it up and in and drew the foul. So Keenan Wilshire was 6 already, and that gives South Central a 9-8 lead. CHBC wants timeout. We'll shoot the foul shot when we're back. 4:31 to go in the first quarter here at the NTC. South Central 9, CHBC 8 on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM.
So the timeout came before the and 1, so we'll start after the timeout with Keenan Wilshire going to the line for 1.
It was Eddie Clearwater who picked up the foul right before that timeout, so we've seen each coach call an early timeout in this game to try and tide the momentum for the other club.
I like it that they're both playing with such a sense of energy, but you lose tonight, you go home. In this one, Wilshire makes the foul shot. Keenan Wilshire is a freshman. He already has 7 points, and South Central's up 2, 10-8. Miller drives it inside, knocked loose, stolen away by the Cougars. Now Lutz at half court, I think got tripped. and a foul. And I think the tripper was Trace Smith.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Trace. His second foul, 3 for the Bobcats, but most importantly, a couple of early fouls for the CHBC starter.
So he'll sit down, and Zach Burks checks in. He's a 5'10 senior, so he takes that spot in the Bobcat lineup. 10-8 South Central. And again, CHBC had the early lead, but a timeout really turned it around for the Cougars. There's a nice move to the hole. Hunter Brandt lays it up and in. There's a 4-point lead now for the Cougars. It's 12-8. Ball knocked away at midcourt. It'll stay with the Bobcats. Coming up after this, it's Windsor, Stew Straws, and St. Elmo Brownstown. And then St. Anthony and North Clay in the championship bracket. Wilshire sits down now for South Central. Tanner Hester checks in. He's a 5'8 junior. So Wilshire was cooking, but he's going to get a breather here. Bobcats work it out top. The catch by Ditton Curl. Or is it Dighton Curl? It might be Dighton Curl. There's a reach-in foul here and a foul on the Cougars, so get a little grabby there.
It's going to be the first foul of the night whistled against South Central. And that's going to be Tanner Hester. It's just in the game. Picks up a quick one.
CHBC sits Miller down, sits Curl down, and they bring in Alec Edwards, a 6-foot senior, and also they bring in Brett Beck, who tries to get it inside and does to Clearwater. 12-8 South Central. CHBC with the ball. On the side, Webster on the baseline. We had a Clearwater shot for 2, no good. Brandt, nice job of saving it in. Gets it in safely to Seth Shoemade. Here come the Cougars. Lutz in the lane, can't shoot, gets it on the side to Brandt. He puts it up, got the side of the backboard. Rebound taken down by the Bobcats, and travel is the call. That's a tough call. Zach Burks had the rebound under the basket, trying to make a pass and fell down with it.
Yeah, a lot of traffic under there for Zach to navigate and couldn't quite do it without shuffling the feet. So a second turnover of the game for the Bobcats.
3:11 to go, opening quarter. First of our triple header here at Altamont tonight. Catch inbounds by Hester. They go underneath.
Roberts. Lutz to Roberts on that one.
And Daniel Roberts gets his first basket. Took it inside, and Roberts hit. That makes it 14-8. Now the lead is 6 for South Central. They force it inside, and it's off the hands of Beck. Stolen away by the Cougars. 3 turnovers now in the Bobcats. So South Central with a chance to go up 8 or 9 this trip.
Yeah, making a little bit of, putting a little distance between them here.
5-0 out of the gate for CHBC, but the timeout that was called by Blake Doring seemed to do the trick, and South Central's played great since then. They lead at 14-8.
Cougars spreading the floor a little bit here, seeing if they can get the Bobcats to step up a little bit. There's a nice back cut.
Great move. Good cut along the baseline by Brandt. Lutz threw it to him way up high. Brandt took care of the rest. He has 4, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead for South Central. Timeout CHBC. 2:12 go, opening quarter. South Central 16, CHBC 8 here on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years.
South Central jumps out there defensively in a 1-2-2 full court trap, and see what CHBC can do with it after the timeout. Here's a jumper for 2, Webster, and it's short. Ball goes out of bounds, and last touch by the Bobcats.
The Bobcats didn't do too bad of a job navigating that press coming out of the timeout. They made the adjustment. They got the ball down the floor. Webster open mid-range jumper, but left it quite a bit short.
Bobcats man up on defense here. Cougars can go up double digits with a basket this trip. They force it underneath. No shot as they've got Wilshire back in after the timeout, I see. Bront with it out top. He holds and now gets the bounce pass away to Wilshire. To Lutz, who's really been quiet so far offensively. They get it over on the side. A shot for three is no good. Put up by Tanner Hester. And then we've got a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, Wilshire came down with it and then I think got fouled trying to put it back up. Zach Burks picking up his first foul for the Bobcats, and that's 4 for them in the first half here.
Boy, the Bobcats got those points early, Dustin, and it's been kind of a long hole as far as offense.
It's definitely been a little bit tougher sledding for him. You see the first free throw for Wilshire go down, and that's why I think Dylan Webster came down and pulled the trigger on that quick shot. He had scored 6 quick points, and then it kind of been taken out of the equation.
South Central sits Hester back down. Shoemate is back in for them. First foul shot was good. Wilshire's second one is good. Wilshire with 9 already.
He hasn't missed a shot so far.
And it's a 10-point lead now for South Central, 18-8. So CHBC got out of the gate quickly, but South Central's taking it over now with about a minute 15 to go in the first quarter. They're up 10. CHBC's got Alec Edwards out there on the side. They get it safely now to Dighton Curl. I believe it's Dighton instead of Ditton. I need to double check about that. They get it down low to Clearwater. Good fake. He went out. It looked like he was going to pass out and then spun to the hole, but he got the shot missed. Wilshire the rebound. They throw down court and a big old foul as Mason Robb, who came in during the timeout for South Central, tried a layup. It's no good because he got fouled going up.
That foul is going to go against Dylan Webster. So now 5 team fouls for the Bobcats. That is Dylan's first.
It obviously was going to be a layup and a bucket had he not fouled. So you take that into consideration, and Rob misses the first foul shot. And Bront sits down, and Roberts is back for South Central. And Rob sits down, and Miller's back here for CHBC. That foul shot's good. Mason Robb's first point. That makes it 19-8. So South Central just continues to pull away. They're up 11 now with 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Dylan Webster with the ball. Down in the corner to Curl. Back out to Webster. They lob it in the lane to Miller. He's open for 2, and he got it. Nick Miller has 4, and that breaks a long dry spell for the Bobcats. It's 19-10.
Another little 8-10-foot jumper for Miller. He hit one earlier in the quarter, and he rattled that one home as well.
So that makes it a 9-point game, 19-10, and now South Central plans to hold for the last shot. They just spread it out top. Roberts gets the ball to Lutz. He'd be my candidate for a 3. He's out top, still working the ball, 6 seconds. Now Shoemate on the wing with 4-3. Shoemate drives in and fell down with it. Stolen away. They throw it down court. The Bobcats do. The shot by Curl, unsuccessful. So driving to the bucket with Shoemate. He fell down. CHBC grabbed it, threw the ball at the basket. It did hit the backboard at the buzzer. 9-point game after a quarter. We're at the NTC tournament at Altamont. First to 3 tonight. After 1, South Central 19, CHBC 10 on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
All right, first quarter stats, Dustin?
Well, CHBC didn't shoot too bad, 5 of 10 from the field. The problem is South Central is even better, 7 of 11 from the field, and the Cougars also 4 of 5 at the free throw line. The Bobcats didn't get a free throw attempted, and turnovers pretty even, 3 for CHBC, 2 for South Central in that first quarter.
South Central gets the ball. They get it inside. Good pass to Braun. He missed the first one, but the rebound came right back to him, and he sticks it back up and in. So 6 for Braun. And that gets South Central back up by 11, matching the biggest lead of the game. It's 21-10, and here's a steal. The lob pass stolen by Lutz. Spin move, shot short, rebound, saved by the Cougars. They get it inside to Roberts. His shot's no good. Miller the rebound for CHBC. Down court, it got knocked loose from Curl. The Cougars get it back on the Bobcats' second turnover, and a layup put up and good by Daniel Roberts. That's 4 for him, and there's a 13-point lead now for the Cougars, 23-10.
Yeah, CHBC is just going to have to slow things down a little bit. They're getting out in too big of a hurry and making some unforced mistakes early in this period.
Clearwater the catch, the try for 3, no good. Roberts taps it out of bounds. It'll stay with CHBC.
Yeah, Roberts had position, just couldn't quite secure the board, and Coach Doring trying to say that one got knocked away from him, but not getting the call there.
Lob it into the lane, right into the hands of Mason Robb, and another South Central steal. Then they tried to throw it down court too quickly, and it looked like Roberts might have got end over end, and the ball rolls out of bounds, and it's back to CHBC.
Not the cleanest first 67 seconds of a quarter we've ever seen, but both these teams coming out of the gate trying to put the pedal down a little bit and a little out of control.
Miller and Smith sit down for CHBC. They bring back in Zach Burks, and also in for the first time is Daniel Lucas. He's big 6'3" freshman. So those two in the lineup here for the Bobcats. 23-10 South Central. They force it underneath to the big kid. He catches it. He shot it. He made it, but there was a foul before that. And I think Daniel Roberts got caught.
Foul on the floor does indeed go against Roberts. He picks up his first. Just 2 South Central fouls in this first half.
Windsor's 2 Straws and St. Elmo Brownstown next, and then North Clay and St. Anthony. Triple header for you tonight. Great move inside, but the shot just bounced off. No good for Daniel Lucas for the Bobcats, and the Cougars get the rebound. Shoemate clears it out to Roberts to Lutz.
Yes, CHBC decided they were going to go right to Lucas. They got him in the game and immediately got the ball in his hands, and he did everything but knock down the shot there.
It just bounced around and off the rim. They force it underneath. Good catch by Bront. He lays it up and in.
Good find from Mason Robb. That pass all the way along the baseline, and Bront came and got it and got the layup.
Give Robb the assist, Bront the bucket, and it's 25-10. And a ball knocked away, and it's stolen again by the Cougars. 4 Bobcat turnovers. They about lost it. Get it back. Roberts out top on the side. Lutz, baseline for 2, and he hits. That's his first point. Logan Lutz has a bucket, and it's 27-10. So the Cougars, after a woeful night shooting the ball last night, are smoking tonight. They lead at 27-10, and here's a reach-in foul on the other end.
Yeah, they've made 11 of 17 shots so far, But then on this end of the floor, Mason Robb picking up the foul. They're trying to trap just on the other side of half court. Got a little too much body on him, so Mason picking up his first foul.
I'll tell you how fast we're moving. Even one of the officials had to stop and tie his shoes. That's how we're getting up and down the floor here tonight. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Again, you have to win this game if you want to play any more here at the tournament this week. Cross-court pass stolen by Shoemate for the Cougars. Puts it up short. Good defense under there by Webster. Lutz got the rebound for the Cougars, and then yet another foul.
Yeah, I think Shoemate thought he had an open court in front of him, but the defense caught up with him, affected that shot a little bit, but then on the rebound, you had the foul go against Zach Burks.
So Lutz never had a chance to get a shot away, so the inbound. Bront missed the inbound shot for the layup. Got the putback, though, and he drew the foul. So Bront with 10 now, and he's going to the line for an and one.
Hunter also 3 offensive rebounds in this game, and I believe every one he stuck back up and in. A couple of them on his own miss, so just showing some persistence. And Eddie Clearwater picking up a second foul. That is 17 fouls for the Bobcats.
Clearwater with that second foul sits down, and Brett Beck's back in for CHBC. He's a 6'2 sophomore. 29-10 South Central. They've outscored the Bobcats 10-0 to start this second quarter. And the foul shot good. And I was busy yakking. Was it
Bront who made it, so.
Pardon me?
Bront who made it, so.
Thank you. He got the and one. That's right. He has 11, and it's 30-10. And the Bobcats turn it over again.
Yeah, threw it away, trying to make an entry pass to the post. That's 6 turnovers for CHBC. We're not even 3 minutes into the second quarter, and it's evident as the Cougars have pulled away big time.
11-0 run here for South Central to start this second quarter. Shoemate with the ball for the Cougars out to Lutz. Lutz comes to the right side of the floor. Catch in the lane by Bront. Turnaround shot for 2. No good. Rebound saved off South Central. Then we got a foul. I want to see who this foul's on.
A couple of Bobcats were going up for that rebound and sort of kept each other from catching it. And then in the second effort for it, the foul goes against Keenan Wilshire, his first.
So it's out of bounds to the Bobcats. They still haven't scored in this second quarter. 4:40 remaining before halftime.
They've only got
back. Nice pass underneath, but the shot is blocked as Daniel Lucas tried to put it up and in, but a foul on the block, they say.
I think maybe Wilshire is going to get another one there.
A freshman fouled a freshman, Dustin.
Yeah, Wilshire picking up his second quick foul, and it's going to put Lucas on the line. HBC 0 for 2 from the field. They've only gotten 2 shots off here.
And Lucas's first foul shot's no good. Roberts is back in for South Central. They sit Wilshire down with that second foul. 30-10, South Central. Again, an 11-0 run to start this second quarter for the Cougars. Second foul shot, no good. Back of the rim, and Lutz got the rebound. So it's been a rough go here for the Bobcats. Been a tough season. 3-20 coming into this ball game. They get it left side to Roberts. Now to Lutz right side. Down low, Bront the catch. Can't get room, so out to Roberts, who shoots and hits, and he made it. And counts the basket. And we've got an and one coming for Daniel Roberts.
Never want to see a guy knock down a 15-foot jumper and absorb contact. Usually your and ones are around the basket, but that was just kind of a careless foul on the part of Daniel Lucas coming out to contest. He picks up his first and gives these Cougars a chance to another three-point play here.
Esther sits down for South Central, and they bring Rob back in. The foul shot's no good. Bobcats get the rebound. Burks has it across the half line. They throw it underneath to nobody. I know Webster had a good idea, but there wasn't anybody there to catch it. 7 turnovers already for the Bobcats this quarter. And Donovan Riley tries another change. They sit down Webster, and they bring in Keegan Martin. Now, Keegan was not able to play in the first round, but he is back tonight. So Keegan Martin, number 22 for the Bobcats, comes into their lineup. So they were glad to get him back. They were talking about it downstairs. Roberts goes baseline, puts it up, short for South Central. Rebound out of bounds, and they're talking to each other, the officials. They finally say it's off South Central.
The turnovers for CHBC, not a real issue for them. They've got 7 of them in this quarter. They only had 3 in the first quarter, so you can see the ball security has been directly proportional to the size of the South Central lead.
Catch by Martin. They get it to Beck. They force it underneath now to Lucas. It's knocked loose and stolen by South Central. Roberts, reverse layup. Good. What a pretty shot by Daniel Roberts. He has 8, and it's 34-10.
A little contortionist action there.
So it's 24 the lead now, and another steal, and Lutz lays it up and in. Logan Lutz with 4. CHBC wants timeout again. 3:12 to go, second quarter. Back in a minute at the NTC tournament at Altamont. It's South Central 36, CHBC 10 here on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
3:12 to go in the second quarter in our first of a triple header from the National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. And South Central 17-0 run to start this second quarter. They lead CHBC 36-10. Clearwater back in the game, out to Beck. His shot for two, good. So that snaps the dry spell as Brett Beck hits the jumper in the lane. That makes it 36-12. At least that's a little bit to build on.
For CHBC, it's just a matter of getting shots off.
Catch there in the lane. Shot put up, no good by Robb. It was affected, I think, by Lucas. And Lucas gets the rebound for the Bobcats. Down to Beck. He lobs it out top to Keegan Martin. Clearwater back to Martin. They finally have a chance to run the offense. Clearwater throws it over the head of Martin out of bounds. Well, they did for a little while anyway.
They ran it for a little while, but yeah, that pass was way too tall, and no one could track it down on the sideline there. 10th Cowden-Herrick turnover of the quarter.
Boy, it had been pretty much transition ball, and finally they had a chance to set it up and run it. Pass went over the head of the intended receiver. They sit down Martin, CHBC does, bring Dylan Webster back in the game. 36-12, South Central with the ball and a big old lead here with 2:20 to go before halftime. First game of our triple header tonight. Again, reminder about live video streaming available on our YouTube channel. Feel free to let us know where you're watching. And if you're listening to the audio stream, let us know where you're listening. We'd love to hear from you. Robb with the basketball for South Central as the Cougars spread it here a little.
Well, you're happy to stand here and let the clock run because you know that you got a 24-point lead and you got another game tomorrow night. So the less effort you have to put forward here, the better if you're South Central. And CHBC is stepping it up a little bit now, trying to challenge those passing lanes a little bit.
Your point's well taken. Tomorrow night, if they win, that'll be 3 nights in a row that they have a game because they just played last night and turn around and play again tomorrow if they win this one. On the side, the catch by Aaron Patton, who's in the game for South Central. They force it underneath. Shot by Roberts, no good. Clearwater the rebound for CHBC. Down to Burks. Good catch by Beck. Tried to step toward the basket. It's knocked loose. Webster grabs it. His shot's no good. And the rebound, Roberts, and Webster fouling. So 4 fouled, 4.
Webster picking up his second, and a little bit of frustration there, I think, as he missed the shot and then getting a little too aggressive after the rebound. He's got 2 fouls and go down for the last one in bonus trip for the Cougars.
Yeah, 19 fouls now on CHBC. Miller and Smith come back in here for the Bobcats. Beck sits down, and Lucas sits down. And Wilshire's back for South Central. He comes in for Aaron Patton, a 5'10 junior who got a couple of minutes of action here. 36-12 South Central, and now Roberts at the line with a chance to extend the lead. Foul shot out. Rebound picked up by Wilshire, and he puts it in.
Boy, nobody stepped in there. Wilshire couldn't have had an easier offensive rebound and putback there.
Wilshire with 11. They've got 2 kids in double figures and another one knocking on the door, and we're in the first half. Minute to go in this second quarter. It's 38-12 South Central now. Clearwater for the Bobcats to Burks. Back to Clearwater. Eddie tries a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Cougars. Cleared out by Keenan Wilshire. Tell you what, this kid may be a freshman, but he can play.
That's his 4th rebound. He's leading the team right now, so he's got it going in a couple different areas in the score sheet here.
Yeah, 4 rebounds and 11 points. Pretty good first half for this freshman. Cougars spread it again. They're going to try and kill some clock. Lutz has it with 25 seconds left before halftime now. Lutz just patrolling along the half line here with the basketball. Off to Roberts now, and Cougars call time. Back in 30, 18 seconds left in the half. It's South Central 38, CHBC 12. You're on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Apparently, Blake Doring says this is a teachable moment, so he wants to try this, how we're going to run down the half with a lead.
Well, and that's true. You know, they're looking at hopefully playing another game tomorrow night. And you know, while scoring a point here in this 26-point game may not matter that much, you draw something up. You want to see if maybe in this situation tomorrow night, if maybe it's the fourth quarter and there's 18 seconds to go and you got one shot, and so they're going to go ahead and draw something up and try to get a bucket here.
So the inbounded into backcourt. Logan Lutz has it out on the point. He goes on the side to Braun. 6 seconds left. Lutz drives between 2 in the lane, puts it up. It got blocked and a foul on Miller. I think Miller got him going up.
I mean, I don't know exactly what the play they drew up was, but what it turned into was Logan Lutz basically dribbling through 4 Cowden-Herrick Beecher City players and getting a shot off and drawing a very helpful foul to get himself to the line for a couple of free throws here.
Foul shot off, no good. But he has one to come here. It's double bonus. Don't see that often in the first half.
Nope.
2.4 seconds, by the way, so CHBC is going to try to do something in a hurry here. Lutz's foul shot, no good. Rebound Miller. Down court to Burks. Throws it at the half court. Got the front of the rim, but comes off no good. Big lead for South Central at halftime in our first of our triple header here at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. At the break, South Central 38, Cowden-Herrick Beecher City 12. Back in 2 minutes on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
National Trail.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 97.9XFM.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel or Kurt Strohmeyer at 347-9697.
All right, we're back at Altamont at halftime of our first of 3 here at the NTC tournament. It's South Central 38, Cowden-Herrick Beecher City 12. It was 19-10 after the first quarter. A little lopsided, but nothing like the case now here at halftime. In the second quarter, though, what South Central had happened to them in the first quarter last night when they got outscored 17-12, they made happen tonight against CHBC. South Central outscored CHBC 19-2 in the second quarter, and they lead at 38-12 here at halftime. So a 26-point lead for the Cougars over the Bobcats here at the break. Here's a look at the scoring at halftime for CHBC. Dylan Webster has 6. Remember, he got those 4 quick points. He has 6 now at halftime. Nick Miller's hit a couple of buckets for his 4 points. Brett Beck got a shot down in the lane. And Eddie Clearwater and Dighton Curl and Trey Smith and Zach Burks and Alec Edwards and Daniel Lucas have all played, and Keegan Martin, but they are yet to score. And again, quarters for CHBC of 10 and 2 for their 12 points here at halftime. For South Central, Logan Lutz has 4 points. Daniel Roberts has 8. Hunter Brandt has 11. Seth Shoemate hit a 3. Keenan Wilshire, the freshman, has 11. And Mason Robb has 1 point. Tanner Hester and Aaron Patton have both played for the Cougars as well. And any coach would be happy with 19 each quarter for 38 points here at halftime. So 38-12 the score. South Central by 26. Dustin will run through the stats on that first half for us, and any scores Brian's been able to scour up, although at 5:30 I'm thinking they're going to be pretty scarce. Back with more in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Dustin has the numbers on that first half.
I do indeed, Greg. CHBC, 40% shooting in the first half. The Bobcats, 6 of 15 from the field. And that's kind of the problem. They took half as many shots as South Central. We'll get to that in a minute. The Bobcats 0 for 2 at the foul line, 0 for 3 from three-point range. And meanwhile, South Central 16 for 29 from the field, 55.2%. The Cougars 5 of 10 at the free throw line. So an even 50% there. That's not great, but they've shot 10 free throws to just 2 for the Bobcats, and they've also made 1 of 3 three-pointers. South Central out-rebounding CHBC 14-8, and they have also forced 13 Bobcat turnovers while committing just 3 themselves, including a 10-1 differential in that second quarter. So as the turnovers got more and more frequent for the Bobcats, the deficit also increased pretty quickly. As far as individual numbers for CHBC, they got 6 points out of Dylan Webster, but you mentioned it. They all came in the first quarter, and he was 3 for 5 from the field. Hasn't scored since then. Nick Miller, 2 for 3 for his 4 points. He's got a couple of rebounds in this first half. And Brett Beck, as the turnover, he made the only shot he took for 2 points, and that's everybody who scored for the Bobcats. They've had a lot of other guys play. Eddie Clearwater 0 for 5 from the field. Daniel Lucas 0 for 1 from the field, 0 for 2 at the foul line. And then Dighton Curl, Trey Smith, Zach Burks, Alec Edwards, and Keegan Martin. They've all seen the floor, but none of them have attempted a shot in this first half. So that's the 10 Bobcats who have seen action in the first half of play. For South Central, 11 points for Hunter Brandt, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 for 1 at the foul line. Keenan Wilshire also with 11 points. He hasn't missed a shot yet tonight, folks. He's 4 for 4 from the field and 3 for 3 at the foul line. And the starting role that was thrust upon him, he has taken that thing and running with it, Barry Sanders style. No one's going to bring him down. So, and then just missing out on double digits in the first half, Daniel Roberts with 8 points. He is 4 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 at the foul line, 3 rebounds for him. I should also mention that Brandt had 4 rebounds and 3 assists, and that Wilshire had 4 rebounds for the Cougars. Logan Lutz, 4 points on 2 for 3 shooting, had an 0 for 2 trip to the foul line, 3 rebounds and 2 assists for him. And Seth Shoemate, 1 for 3 from the field. That bucket he made was a 3-pointer. Mason Robb has gotten in the scoring column. He was 0 for 1 from the field, but did have a 1 for 2 trip to the foul line. Tanner Hester, 0 for 1 from the field, and Aaron Patton played for just a couple of possessions, did not attempt a shot in that amount of time, and there are your 8 players who have seen the floor for the South Central Cougars, who have a 38-12 lead here at halftime at the National Trail Conference Tournament. Greg?
Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate the stats. Again, 38-12 South Central. Coming up after this, Windsor Sioux Straws and St. Elmo Brownstown. And then the championship bracket semifinal game, the third of our 3, St. Anthony takes on North Clay. Tomorrow night, 2 more games at 6:15. It'll be Altamont. It'll be a battle between Neoga and the winner of this game. And then after that, about 7:45, Altamont will play Dietrich. That ought to be a great ball game. I'm looking forward to Altamont and Dietrich. That should be a lot of fun. So 2 more, and then we'll have 4 for you on Saturday at 11:30, at 1 o'clock, and 2:30, and then back at 7:30 for the tournament championship game. We'll announce an all-tournament team again and all kinds of other special things. That's all I'm going to say, special things Saturday night. I think you'll want to be here. If you can't be here, I think you'll want to be watching. So keep that in mind. All right, the teams are called to the sidelines. The drum lines completed their performance, and so we'll get ready for the second half here at Altamont Community High School. And crowd's going to grow over the course of the evening, and I think by the time we have St. Anthony playing North Clay, we're going to have a lot of people here.
Yeah, not too bad of a turnout for this first game, considering the early start time. A lot of people just getting off work whenever this thing commenced. So, I would think that the St. Anthony North Clay game, we talked about it on the way over here. It's an intriguing matchup. A couple of teams have won a lot of ball games this year, so I think it could be a lot of fun. And then, Windsor Sioux Straws, St. Elmo, they always bring pretty good crowds to these games as well. And
St. Elmo Brownstown just 6 to 8 miles away, depending on whether you're St. Elmo or Brownstown.
Yep, not too far to come.
So here we go. CHBC gets the ball to start the second half, and off the ball, we've got something going on underneath. Bobcats had the ball out top. Let's see what the call is.
Walking this way, so it's against the Bobcats, and Eddie Clearwater apparently doing something away from the basketball. So he picks up a quick third foul to get this half underway, and another quick turnover for the Bobcats.
Here come the Cougars. It's 38-12 South Central. Again, they had the rough night last night, down 17-2 after a quarter. But they put a 19-2 second quarter on CHBC, and a great cut to the basket by Braunt. Missed the layup, but it got fouled, and maybe that helped him away from the basket.
Daniel Roberts, who made the feed, a little disappointed that layup didn't go in, and you could see it doesn't get the assist in the book because of that, but it was a great find, a nice cut from Braunt. The foul, by the way, goes against Dylan Webster, so that's his third. Foul shot by Braunt, a little off to the right. He'll get one more here. If you want to nitpick on these Cougars, the foul shooting would be it. 5 of 11 for the game. You'd like to see it a little better than that. Yeah, when they're getting this many opportunities, you sure need to cash in. That one's good. Hunter Braunt with a dozen already tonight, and it's 39-12, so there's a 27-point lead as the Cougars continue to extend the lead. Bobcats get it in the lane to Miller. He was putting up a shot, got fouled on the shot. The shot was no good, but he'll be at the line to shoot a pair here. So that's the first foul against the Cougars in the half. That's the third whistled foul already, so we're averaging one whistle every 9 seconds, and it's going to be a long second half if that keeps up. The foul goes against Seth Shoemate, his first. We may need to get you suited up if that keeps up. They may need some extra kids. Miller makes the foul shot. Nick Miller looks like he's playing pretty well around the bucket. That gives him 5 on the make. He's got one more here. It's up, and it's good. So he swished that one. So there's 6 points for Nick Miller, and it's 39-14. Just good shooting by South Central, and a lot of turnovers by CHBC, as Dustin pointed out in the halftime stats, and that combines to be this big lead here for South Central.
Shoemate with the ball for the Cougars. Down in the corner, the catch by Colin Miller, who's in for South Central to start the second half. Out to Lutz. Now to Braun on the wing. Back out to Lutz. He drives into the lane. They go right side. Miller, long three, short. Rebound, grabbed out of there by CHBC. Curl with a rebound to Miller, to Clearwater, to Webster. Here come the Bobcats. Webster goes baseline. They go to the corner. Here's a try for three. No good by Trace Smith. Rebound, Shoemate, South Central. Going coast to coast. Put it up too strong. Rebound grabbed out of there by Miller. The Cougars retain the possession. Lutz with it now out top. On the dribble. Tries to get around Curl. And a blocking foul, I think, on Curl.
Curl going to pick up his first. And mentioning Colin Miller for South Central back in the lineup here in the second half. So apparently the punishment for not bringing your shoes is one half of play, and he's back out there. That's how long it took for them to get here, I guess.
Jay Smith sits down now. And we'll pick up who's in here for him in a minute. I guess it's no. Let's see. I'll pick it up here for you in a second. Miller and Clearwater, Curl, Webster, and let's see, Zach Burke.
Yep.
There's your five for the Bobcats right now. Meanwhile, Shoemate shoots a three for South Central. No good. Tap out by Bront, but it goes into the hands of Curl for CHBC. So the Bobcats get it down court. In the corner, the catch by Burks. Can't find anybody now out top to Clearwater. Eddie drives it inside and traveled with it, I think. Yeah. He was going to pass, then he was going to shoot, and he didn't do either one.
Got the shot off, but not before he drug the pivot foot, and he's going to have a seat and make way for Brett Beck to come back in the game.
So Beck, the sophomore, checks back in here for South Central. By the way, Martin says he's watching from Mahomet, so thanks for letting us know where you're watching tonight. South Central gets it inside, and a foul. Roberts tried to turn and shoot. He got fouled on before the shot, they say, so out of bounds on the baseline here to the Cougars.
Yeah, I think Beck trying to deny in the post there. Got a little too handsy, perhaps, picking up his first foul. That's 4 against the Bobcats already.
Cougars trying to get it inbounds, and they lobbed it over the head of Bront, and it's stolen away by the Bobcats. Down court, they get it to Dighton Curl. Out top to Miller. Left side, the catch by Burks went right through his hands.
Yeah, there wasn't a catch there. I think he was already thinking about what he wanted to do with the basketball after he caught it. Instead, it slipped through his hands into that first row of black chair seats there on the sideline and back to the Cougars.
39-14, now nobody's scoring. Been a while since we've had any points on the board. 5.5 to go, third quarter. Bront tried to take care of it, drove it inside, and he got his shot blocked. And I think Beck got whacked in the nose. Rebound Bobcat, shot by Webster, no good. But the rebound grabbed by Curl, back out to Webster. This shot, no good. And Bront the rebound for South Central, down to Lutz. He puts it up, no good. This rebound, Webster for CHBC to Miller. Look at the big boy run the floor, and he lays it up and in. Nice work by Nick Miller.
Nice work by me to get that all written down. Mercy.
It was a flurry of activity, and now here's a high pass off the Cougars' hands. CHBC with the steal. Beck gets it down to Curl, and he got fouled at least once. That's who this is on.
So you talked about the scoring slowing down. The action certainly hasn't as of late. They're getting up and down the floor, just not putting the ball in the hoop very much.
I don't think I missed anything. I might have, though. Miller gets a breather for CHBC, and they sit Curl down. And Roberts is down for South Central. Now, I'll tell you who's in a second. They try to force it in the middle, the Bobcats do, and it's off Beck's hands. Actually, somebody helped it away from his hands. 4 turnovers now on the Bobcats this quarter, but they've certainly calmed them down from earlier in the game. 39-16. It was a 27-point game. It's 23 right now. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Winner goes on to play Neoga tomorrow night. Loser goes home. Top of the key three, around and no good by Miller. And a rebound grabbed by CHBC, and then the pass by Martin is stolen, but the layup by Miller won't go. He puts it back, no good, but he got fouled on that one. Colin Miller to the line here for South Central.
So Miller, after not playing any in that first half, he's 0 for 3 from the field. He's been active offensively, got the offensive board there, and is rewarded with a couple of free throws. That foul goes against Zach Burks.
1 point for South Central so far in the third quarter. That foul shot goes in, though. Colin Miller's first point makes it 40-16. So it's not like the lead shrank much. Only 4 points in the quarter for the Bobcats. Miller's second one, good. Got them both down. That makes it 41-16. Shoemate sits down now for South Central. And Wilshire's back. 41-16 South Central. Halfway through the third quarter. We're here at Altamont. First of a triple header for you tonight. On the side, Webster. In the lane, Beck. Tries to get it to Burks. Now back to Beck. Nope, never got to Beck. Nice job by Miller with a steal for South Central. Down to Lutz. Lays it up. No good. Rebound put back. No good by Mason Robb. And the ball's out of bounds. Last touched by CHBC. And South Central wants to chat. I think that Coach Doring wants to chat. 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Back in 30. It's South Central 41, CHBC 16 here on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
.348 to go third quarter. We're at the NTC tournament at Altamont. 41-16 South Central. Windsor Stew Straws and St. Elmo Brownstown next, and then St. Anthony and North Clay. We're going to have some fun here tonight. South Central gets it inbounds, lets the runner down the lane. Shot won't go. Rebound grabbed out of there by the big freshman, Daniel Lucas, who's back in the lineup for CHBC. And a steal. As a good job of Miller picking a pocket, and then they say he traveled trying to get open for a shot.
He tried to put up a shot fake in the lane there. He pulled up as he felt the defense coming behind him, but his feet kept going for just a half a step and got called for the travel. 3 South Central turnovers in the quarter.
Webster and Burks play catch across the court here for CHBC. Now they get it down to Keegan Martin. Thought about a 3, drives in for the 2, no good, but he drew the foul. Keegan Martin will go to the line here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Martin attacking the basket, draws the contact. Keenan Wilshire going to be the guilty party on the foul there, picking up his third, and just the third foul for the Cougars.
Keegan Martin at the line here, looking for his first point, and the foul shot went up left from the start. No good. Roberts back for South Central, and Wilshire sits down. Cougars by 25. It was close first few minutes, and then South Central went on a roll. This foul shot in and out, no good. Rebound grabbed by Daniel Roberts for South Central. Off to Lutz. Logan gets it across the half line and sets it up. Bounce pass to Roberts. Out top, the catch by Hunter Braunt. He swings it on the right side now to Miller. Out the catch by Robb. He doesn't shoot. Roberts gets it. He drives down low. Got fouled going up on the shot. Roberts at the line for 2 here for the Cougars.
Brett Beck reaching in there trying to affect that shot. Gets called for making the contact. His second foul, 6 for the Bobcats. It is a shooting foul, so a couple of free throws coming up for Roberts there.
CHBC 3-20 on the season. South Central into this action 11-9. So both trying to advance. Again, the winner will play Neoga tomorrow night in the first game here at 6:15. First foul shot, no good. Roberts' second one is good, though, so a miss and a make. He has 9, makes it 42-16. Burks at midcourt hit the brakes and then had to fling the ball, and it's over the head of Beck, and it's 8 turnovers on CHBC. Lutz drives down the lane, missed the layup. Rebound taken down by Martin for CHBC. Webster puts it up for 2. He got fouled. The shot's no good. He'll be at the line to shoot a pair. Like an NBA game with all these stoppages in play.
Boy, on this end of the floor, Logan Lutz he looked up and nobody was looking at him. Nobody stepped up to defend him at the wing, and the help defense had their back turned. He had a wide open layup, couldn't get it to go down. And on the other end, Dylan Webster at the free throw line.
Foul shot, no good by Webster. Webster sitting on 6 points. He got those early. Let's see. Bobcats are bringing Miller and Clearwater and Trace Smith back. And they sit down Lucas, and they sit down Beck, and they sit down Burks. So 3 for 3 for the Bobcats. Still 2:39 to go in this slow-moving third quarter. 42-16 Cougars. This foul shot no good. Missed them both. Rebound grabbed by South Central. Bront gets it. He clears it to Lutz, who gets it across the half line. Right side, the catch by Tanner Hester, who's back in the ball game. Out to Lutz. Skip pass over to Bront. Tries a three. A little strong. Rebound, though, by the Cougars, except, they say, Robert stepped on the out-of-bounds line when he made the catch.
Caught that one on the baseline and tried to do a little tightrope walk, but wasn't quite able to negotiate it, so the Bobcats would get the ball back here.
42-16 South Central. CHBC trying to get closer. Clearwater, the catch on the baseline, knocked away from him into the CHBC cheerleaders. Out of bounds to the Bobcats. And Trey Smith will see what he can do. Off the inbound, a corner three put up no good by Keegan Martin. The putback by Miller, no good. And another rebound. Webster grabs this offensive board. In the lane, Miller for two, rushed it. Rebound, Keegan Martin puts it up and good and drew the foul. Wow. Good second, third, and fourth effort there by the Bobcats.
Fourth time's a charm.
Keegan Martin's first points. That makes it 42-18.
Daniel Roberts picking up his third foul on the play there. And as you mentioned, Martin on the board for the first time now, trying to make it a three-point play.
Here comes the and one, and he nailed it. So Martin gets three that trip. Makes it 42-19. Change for the Cougars. Wilshire's back, and they sit down Roberts. So now the Bobcats have outscored the Cougars in this quarter, 7-4.
The Cougars haven't scored a field goal this entire quarter. They've made 4 free throws, and that's it. They are not shooting well.
Here's a three try to change that. Tanner Hester heard you. He had a portable radio in his ear, went up and hit the three. So that makes it 45-19. Now, CHBC drove it down court, and another foul on the, South Central drove it down court, another foul. Well, no, I'll get it right in a minute. CHBC drove it down court, and a foul on the Cougars.
Yeah, they're going to get Wilshire again, and I'll tell you, CHBC has made a conscious effort in this third quarter to attack the basket a little bit more, and it has gotten them some trips to the foul line that they simply weren't getting in the first half.
Webster drains the first foul shot. Wilshire's back down now for South Central, so that was sort of a cameo, that trip. Webster's second one good. So Dylan Webster got a couple down. He has 8 now, and it's 45-21, and a little more happening there on the CHBC side of the scoreboard. That's 9 in the quarter. They only had 12 in the first half. Here's a three by Lutz. He was wide open, and he drained it.
He had time to sit there and think about that one for an extra second, but then he finally did pull the trigger.
Logan Lutz was 7 now. He went over 1,000 points for his career earlier this season. Clearwater tries to back in. Shot no good, but Eddie got the shot. At putbacks blocked by Bront. And the rebound to Trey Smith for CHBC. He got whacked going up for a shot, but that's a moot point because he traveled trying to get open for the shot. So a turnover on the Bobcats. Down go Robb and Hester for South Central. And they run a couple of folks out there.
Shoemate and Colin Miller, perhaps.
Shoemate is back. Yeah, and Colin Miller is the other one. So 22 and 21 return. They get it out on the top. Bront now to Lutz. Looking underneath. Boy, nobody home there. So he swings it right side to Bront. He drives to the baseline. Shot too strong. Miller back in the game for CHBC, going at it with Roberts for the rebound. And eventually the jump's called, and the alternate possession will give it to CHBC.
Miller had position, but Bront able to stick a hand in there and tie that thing up.
Ready for my next guess. South Central gets the ball out of bounds. And the inbound grabbed by Bront. He wasn't the intended receiver, but right uniform, so they're good. Lutz with it in the corner. Drives through a double team, into the lane, kicks it to the corner. Roberts tries a three, and he got it. Daniel Roberts with a dozen. That makes it 51-21. All of a sudden, it's a 30-point game.
Well, since I pointed out that the Cougars weren't shooting well, they've made 3 3-pointers in a row.
To the corner. Clearwater for 3. No good. Rebound, Keegan Martin puts it up. Blocked from behind by Braunt. Wow. Lutz gets the rebound. Knocked loose. Back to the Cougars. Great pass underneath to Roberts for the layup. Good look by Logan Lutz. He found Roberts all alone. Roberts with 14. They throw it at the buzzer, and it just almost went in. Keegan Martin from the Altamont logo on the far side of the floor threw it. It hit the back of the rim at the buzzer. No good. 3 quarters in the books, and the Cougars with a late surge there in that third quarter get the lead back by its biggest margin of the night. In fact, 32 now after 3 at the NTC. It is South Central 53, Cowden-Herrick Beecher City 21 on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Over into the fourth quarter, game 1 of 3 tonight here at the NTC tournament. We understand that Amy Opfer says hello. She's watching via YouTube on her smart TV. I'm not smart enough to have a TV like that, but Amy does. And Flex, some guy named Flex in Mattoon says it looks good, so there are some comments. As we stream live on our YouTube channel. Down court quickly, South Central gets the ball, and Aaron Patton puts it up and in. There's his first points of the night.
Hunter Braunt actually scored
really?
That.
Well, all right, but Patton was happy about it. Braunt with 14. And then down court, CHBC quickly moves the basketball to get it inside, and Nick Miller sticks it up and in, and he's in double figures now with 10. He and Webster have 18 of their 24 points. 55-24 the score. We're into the fourth quarter of this one. In the winner moves on tomorrow night to play Neoga in the first game. Loser goes home. Shoemate with the ball for South Central. The catch by Lutz. Now to Braunt. Hunter picks up the dribble and gets it out top to Patton, who got both feet down. And out top to Miller. And maybe 3 feet. Shoemate with it. Out top to Lutz. Catch by Braunt in the lane. Oh, lost it going up, but there's Lutz to get it back, and his baseline jumper is good. Maybe that was the plan all along, Dustin.
It worked out. That's all we have to say.
9 for Lutz. It's 57-24, and now Webster drives it inside, and he got fouled on his way.
Yep.
He went ahead and shot it, and it went in, but foul before the shot.
Foul is on the floor, but he's still going to go to the foul line, as that was the 7th team foul for South Central. Both of these teams are in the bonus now, and the whistle goes against Seth Shoemate. That's his third.
Hester for Lutz for South Central. I'm pretty sure that's Logan Lutz's last action for the night. And they're pulling all the starters. Braunt sits down now, and Keenan Wilshire goes back in. And Becker back in, the big redhead for CHBC. Foul shot good. Webster has 9. He gets one more. Everybody went after the ball, but he gets one more. The definition of 1 and 1. 57-25. Second one, around and off. And Beck has a rebound. Now nobody has it, and it's saved in bounds by Wilshire for South Central. It's grabbed up by Clearwater, though, for CHBC. And then he got fouled. Trying to shoot, or is it out of bounds? That's right, they're over the limit. So 1 and 1 for Clearwater.
Clock's still running, by the way, we should mention.
Yeah, I'm sorry, after 30, continuous clock. Foul shot by Clearwater, no good. And Shoemate the rebound for South Central. 57-25. Yeah, the lead's 32, and we're in the fourth quarter. So continuous clock. Shoemate with the ball for South Central. Webster helps him a little. Ball to Wilshire, knocked loose, stolen by Webster. He's going to the hole, puts it up, and no good, but boy, he got fouled for sure. Shoemate made sure that was not going in.
This is Webster's fourth trip to the foul line in the second half, so hasn't been able to score quite as many points in the second half as he did there in the early going, but he is attacking the basket and trying to make some things happen for his Bobcats club.
Yeah, Webster with 9 points. Ooh, first foul shot hit the front of the rim. No good. And now Smith sits down for CHBC, and Dighton Pearl's back. And South Central sits Miller down. And they send Kyle Hall in. He's a 5'10 junior. Foul shot, good. So Webster missed the first one, made the second one. He's in double figures with 10. And now the ball gets knocked loose into the CHBC cheerleaders. South Central will inbound. Aaron Patton gets it in safely. The catch by Mason Robb. Down in the corner, Keenan Wilshire tries a three. No good. Rebound grab by Dighton Pearl for CHBC and a foul. And down court come the Bobcats to shoot some more foul shots.
Spend most of this running clock at the free throw line if he's going to really speed things up. Not a lot of game action as the Cougars have been piling up the fouls. Cowden-Herrick, Beecher City, they're in the double bonus now.
Pearl yet to score. Foul shot, good. He remedies that. His first point makes it 57-27. John Roberts is watching in Joliet. And Logan Scafari is watching from Beeman, Iowa. I do not know where Beeman is. I lived in Burlington and Fort Madison. I don't know where Beeman is. Foul shot, no good. Off on the side. Rebound. Beck gets it for CHBC. But his pass is stolen, and then stolen right back by Beck. He gets it underneath. Burks had it. He traveled. So did you get all those turnovers?
I sure did.
You are a whiz, man.
I got Hayden, number 23, Hayden Collins in the game for South Central, by the way.
He is in the action, a 5'10 senior. Getting play here on the floor of the tournament. Out in the corner, Sebastian Calger with the ball. He's a 5'10 sophomore, wearing number 10 for the Cougars. Dribbles against two, forces it inside, knocked loose out of bounds. Bobcats touched it last. South Central's ball to inbound on the baseline, and Hayden Collins will take care of that. We're down to 2:14, by the way, on the continuous clock. There's two people going after it, and Beck fouled Calger trying for the loose ball. That'll send Calger to the line for 1-and-1.
Beck picks up his third foul, and it's a 1-and-bonus coming in for South Central. And they're going to make a few changes, as are the Bobcats.
In comes everybody who hadn't played, and some others who played earlier. Alec Edwards is back. Jet Buchanan is a 5'9 junior. He's in for CHBC. As the first foul shot's good by Sebastian Calger, his first point of the game. Who else didn't I mention? Beck's still out there for CHBC. And the foul shot, no good. And number 30's in the lineup for CHBC, and I apologize, I don't have a name for that young man, but I'm glad he's out there. So the Bobcats, and maybe somebody who's a Bobcats fan can let me know who number 30 is. Over and back now. Ball got knocked loose, and Edwards tried to go back and get it, and a turnover on CHBC. So with a minute left, and Dustin will make sure we find out who number 30 is when Coach Riley comes up on the post-game show.
Do that, yes.
South Central gets it on the turnover. We're under a minute to go, and they tried to go down court, fire it down the lane, and it was a good idea, but pass got away from Dawson Hall, and the Cougars turn it over. Oh, no, they say the Bobcats touched it last.
It was tipped.
They'll get it inbound safely. Catch out top by Hester. 58-27 South Central, so we're just deciding the final score. Continuous clock. Ball knocked loose from Calger. Good effort on the side there as hustling after that loose ball was Alec Edwards for CHBC and tried to save it. In fact, he got fouled.
So it looks like we're going to close out this game with a trip to the free throw line as Edwards goes for two, the double bonus, and there's counting down 12 seconds to go here.
Edwards ready for his first foul shot, and they got it. He says, give me the ball. I'm good. So that's his first point.
He stopped it.
Going to have a Oh, they did stop it so he can finish the foul shots. Good work. Edwards gets his first point. 9.4, by the way, left. Second one off the mark. Rebound. South Central give a rebound to Dawson Hall, just for the record. Here comes the buzzer. That'll be the end of the game. Final score. South Central bounces back after a tough night last night to post a 30-point win over Cowden-Herrick Beecher City. Final score, South Central 58, CHBC 28. We hope to talk with both coaches on the post-game show. And shortly, we'll be setting the stage for our second of a triple header as St. Elmo Brownstown takes on Windsor Stew Straws. More to come in 90 seconds here on 97.9 XFM.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois post-game show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
The National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont Community High School. Final score in Game 1 of our triple header. South Central 58, Cowden-Herrick Beecher City 28. Cougars with the win go to 12-9 on the season, and they will move on to the 6:15 game tomorrow night. They play in their third night in a row as they take on the Neoga Indians tomorrow night at 6:15. CHBC falls to 3-21, and they are now completed as far as tournament play. It was 19-10 South Central after the first quarter. CHBC got out in front in this game. They were up 5-0 out of the gate. But then South Central called a quick timeout, and that really seemed to change the flow. And they got on a roll and led CHBC 19-10 after the first quarter. Second quarter was the difference maker, though. South Central outscored CHBC in the second quarter 19-2 and led it 38-12 at halftime. And pretty much that took care of things. Outscored the Bobcats 15-9 in the third quarter, led it 53-21. And then CHBC actually outscored South Central 7-5 in the fourth quarter. And the final score 58-28. Cougars get the 30-point win. Here's a look at the scoring in this one. For South Central, Logan Lutz had 9 points. Daniel Roberts 14. Hunter Broad had 14. Colin Miller 2. Seth Shoemate 3. Keenan Wilshire had 11. Mason Robb scored a point. Tanner Hester had 3. Aaron Patton and Kyle Hall both played, didn't score. Sebastian Calger had 1 point. And Hayden Collins and Dawson Hall both played but didn't score. 19-19, 15-5 for South Central's 58 points. Again, they improved to 12-9 on the season. They'll play at 6:15 tomorrow night against Neoga. In the CHB side of the ledger, Dylan Webster with 10 points tonight. Nick Miller had 10. Eddie Clearwater didn't score. Dighton Curl had a point. Trace Smith and Zach Burks both played but didn't score. Alec Edwards got 1 point. Daniel Lucas played but didn't score. Brett Beck got 2 points. Jet Buchanan played but didn't score. And Keegan Martin had 3. Quarters for the Bobcats, 10, 2, 9, and 7 for their 28 points. They are now 3-21 on the season. And again, they have concluded tournament play. Coming up in a minute, Windsor Stew Straws and St. Elmo Brownstown promises to be a lot of fun. Then it's St. Anthony and North Clay. So a long way yet to go here. Back with Dustin Stats and visits with the coaches in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
All right, back here at Altamont High School between the first and second games of a triple header here at the NTC tournament, where South Central has just wrapped up a 58-28 victory over Cowden-Herrick Beecher City. I see that Cowden-Herrick Beecher City coach Donovan Riley has made his way up to the booth, so we'll get him saddled up and talk about this game. And Coach Riley, you guys got off to a really good start tonight, and South Central got a quick timeout, and things changed a little bit after that. Tell me a little bit about that first quarter.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased with how we started out, and then I don't know, we just got really flat. Started turning the ball over way too much. We've been struggling with that all season, and it bit us in the butt again tonight.
Yeah, I mean, only 3 first quarter turnovers, and then when it started to get away from you, did it feel like the game was just getting a little bit too big of a hurry there in the second quarter? Would that be kind of a good diagnosis?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't really have an answer for it. I've been trying to figure it out all season long. I don't know if it's that we're inexperienced in that situation, or if we just get nervous, or maybe it is we're going too quick. I don't know. Coach and I are still trying to figure that part out, because, man, we have a lot of turnovers every game.
You did manage in the second half. You started getting to the foul line, attacking the basket a little bit more. Is that something that was talked about, that was a definite plan, or is that just kind of how things worked out there after halftime?
That's been our plan all season long. I mean, we're quick, we're athletic, and I got some guys that can drive to the basket like you wouldn't believe. I mean, Dylan Webster, Keegan when he's healthy, Trace when he wants to. I mean, Nick and Eddie, they can do it. I mean, they're all capable of doing it. We just don't do it enough, and for some reason tonight we didn't do that very much, and we've seen that to do that a lot against zones. We stay stagnant, we stay out front, we just pass the ball out in front, and we never look to penetrate a zone, and it kills us.
And speaking of penetrating a zone, a few times Nick Miller did find himself with some open looks in the lane, kind of just in the middle of that zone, and he was able to score 11 points tonight. I mean, he looks confident out there at times, doesn't he?
He does. He's improving a lot, but I still wish he was farther along than what he is, and we're trying to get to that point. But
so tell me, coming out of this NTC tournament, obviously you'd like to get a win out of it. That didn't happen, but what are the takeaways from playing in the NTC and then moving forward with the rest of your season?
Yeah, I mean, definitely we want to get at least one win, if not more than that, and we didn't accomplish that. So it's more learning material for us, and we're going to move forward from it. We're going to take those losses and those mistakes that we did, and we're going to study it, and we're going to learn from it and move forward.
All right. Well, Coach Riley, thanks for taking a minute to come up here and talk to us after the game. We wish you good luck the rest of the way, and hope to see you somewhere along the line.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. That was Coach Donovan Riley from the Cowden-Herrick Beecher City Bobcats team. And let's go ahead and get some numbers in while we have a chance here. Hopefully South Central coach Blake Doring will still be able to make his way up here. Meanwhile, I'll tell you that the Cougars won this game shooting 44.9% from the field, 22 for 49. South Central just 10 of 18, 55.6% from the free throw line. And the Cougars shot well from three-point range, 45.5%, 5 of 11. For CHBC, just 9 of 29 from the field, 31% there, 45% from the free throw line, 9 of 20, and the Hornets 1 of 7 from three-point range, 14.3%. Turnovers, as Coach Riley mentioned, a big part of the story. The Bobcats turned it over 25 times, South Central just 9, and I had the rebounds even at 26 apiece. And I got through those team numbers just in time for Coach Blake Doring from the victorious South Central Cougars to make his way up to the booth, so we'll get him hooked up with those headsets. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on getting the victory and surviving to play another night.
Yeah, thank you. I think we did exactly what we wanted to. We wanted to get off to a good start. And, I think it was 38-12 at halftime. I thought we, rebounded pretty well. We got out in transition and got some easy baskets and, just a nice win.
You talk about getting off to a good start. Obviously, the game against Altamont last night didn't get off to such a great start. And then in this game, you fell behind, got a quick turnover in that first quarter, and seemed to turn things around a little bit. You don't have to tell me exactly what was said in that first time out, but obviously a little bit of a motivational speech there.
Right. I guess I shouldn't say we got off to a great start. We, about 3 minutes in from that point on until halftime, we played well. We wanted to pressure the basketball a little bit and keep the ball in the middle and force them into some contested shots and get out in passing lanes a little bit. And, and I thought we did that after about the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep.
And got some easy baskets.
Yeah, able to force a lot of turnovers, and then not only force the turnovers, but then get some buckets off of those.
Right. I thought in the first half we did a nice job of, A, getting the turnover, and B, converting off of it. In the second half, I think we got the stop or the turnover. We just missed about 8 or 9 layups, I think, in the third quarter there. But
yeah, the third quarter was not a great shooting display, but, at that point, keep the defensive pressure up, and you're keeping them off the scoreboard as well.
Right. No matter whether the shot went in or not, I thought we still guarded pretty well.
Had 3 guys in double figures tonight and another one close, so a nice balanced scoring effort. You always like to see that.
Absolutely. There's no secret that Logan Lutz is our main scorer and that point on, but we got to have some other guys that step up in rhythm and be able to be a threat and make shots, and for the most part tonight that happened.
And not a lot of turnaround. You get to come back and play again tomorrow night, 3 games in 3 nights. Does that concern you at all, or is it a bunch of high school kids? They're going to be up for it?
No, it doesn't concern me at all. Our kids are going to compete, and we get a chance to play Neoga again, who's a solid basketball club, and beat us by 9 last week, I think. So another chance to compete. So
all right. Well, thanks for coming up and taking a few minutes, Coach Doring, and we're going to get on with the second game. But good luck the rest of the tournament and the rest of the way.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
All right. That's Coach Blake Doring from the victorious South Central Cougars. Thanks to him and to Donovan Riley for coming up to have a minute to talk with us. We got through the team numbers, and Greg, if I got time to run through my team, through my individual stats, yeah, he's giving me the thumbs up. So we'll go with